Titanium is a brilliant metal, lightweight, hypoallergenic, with an incredible strength to weight ratio. In some forms, it's more corrosion resistant and more scratch resistant than steel. Citizen were the first brand to use the metal in watchmaking, with a cushion-cased Citizen X8 titanium chronometer, and recently the metal has risen to prominence in models such as the Rolex Yachtmaster, the Tudor Pelagos FXD, the Omega Ultra Deep, and the IWC Ingenieur. For this video, we're going to look at 5 of the best titanium-cased dive watches that you can buy without breaking the bank. So let's break them down in price order. Starting with the most affordable watch on the list, at just $449, we have the Signum Cuda Titanium Full Lume. Here we have the green lume version, which is pale green in the day and shines bright green in the dark. The 42.5mm Grade 2 titanium case has extra scratch-proof coating and is depth rated to 200 meters. Inside, you have the solid Seiko NH35 movements. My only criticism with this watch is that the crown feels a little bit delicate when pulled out fully. However, at this price point, it's something I can live with. On the wrist, the 49.9mm lug-to-lug and 13.4mm height feels pretty good. It's large enough to have presence, but not too big. The bracelet is also grade 2 titanium, though it's uncoated, and it has a steel clasp with 5 mini adjustment holes. Moving up the price ladder, we have here the Baltic Aquac SAF titanium. Measuring 41 by 13.3mm, it weighs just 55 grams and feels incredibly light on the wrist. A feeling that's emphasized by a lug-to-lug of 47mm. This model is only available on rubber and is perhaps the least traditional dive watch feeling of all the watches on the list. However, I really do love the vintage-inspired design, and the blue version we have here is particularly handsome. Housing the workhorse Miyota 9039, which has a power reserve of 42 hours, the Aquac SAF titanium costs just €710 and is a great budget titanium dive watch. As we touched on earlier, Citizen were the first brand ever to create a titanium-cased wristwatch, and they continue to use the lightweight metal across their collections. For their dive watch offering, we have here the Citizen Promaster Challenge Diver Titanium. Measuring 41 by 12.3mm with a lug-to-lug of 49, it wears slightly larger than its dimensions suggest. However, the bracelet is super comfy and includes a micro-adjustment clasp. It has a depth rating of 200 meters, which is 50 more than the Challenge Diver series released back in 1977, on which this watch's design is based. The model is available with either a grey or the blue dial we have here, with contrasting green lume. Inside you have Citizen's Caliber 905, a Miyota movement with a 42-hour power reserve. It's a solid choice at £795, and it also feels very well made. Next up is the diminutive 38 by 12.2mm thick Certina DS Action Diver in titanium. Essentially a downsized version of the 43mm model. Here it has a very cool brown bezel, matte grey dial and blue indices. Not colours I would usually put together, but here they look great. It also houses the Swatch Group's Powermatic 80 movement, which has an excellent 80-hour power reserve and anti-magnetic components. Looks-wise, it's one of my favourites on the list, and with a lug-to-lug of 45mm, it wears perfectly for my wrist size. There is one issue, in that it has a slightly inferior clasp to the 43mm version, with no quick adjustment available. Still, at £860, it's a relative bargain, and I absolutely love this watch. Last but not least, we have the Christopher Ward C60 Elite 1000 Titanium. With a frankly unnecessary but still cool depth rating of 1000 meters, it's expectedly the most expensive watch on the list, coming in at £1,350 on a bracelet or £1,085 on rubber like we have here. Despite the impressive depth rating, it has an exhibition caseback, revealing the automatic COSC certified Sellita SW220, which offers a slightly disappointing 38-hour power reserve. It is, however, the only watch on this list with the helium escape valve. With a black, white and red colour scheme, the C60 Elite 1000 looks purposeful, and it also feels it, measuring in at 42mm in diameter. On the wrist, it's confusingly light at 77 grams, and with a lug-to-lug of 49.3mm, it's pretty much wearable for most wrist sizes. Personally, I'm struggling to choose my favourite out of the 5, as they all operate in different price points. However, let us know your favourites in the comments below. You can also head over to our website via the link below, where we have a broader article on some of the best titanium watches you can currently buy. Be warned, however, these aren't so wallet friendly. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more watch news, reviews and guides.